Number 20. Roy Boehm. He is the literal godfather of the SEALs. In 1962, he was tasked with creating a unit that could operate anywhere. He didn't just build a team. He built a culture of unconventional, highly kinetic operations. Number 19 and 18. Thomas R. Norris and Michael E. Thornton. These two are forever linked. Norris earned the Medal of Honor for an unbelievable deep woods extraction in Vietnam. Months later, when Norris sustained severe kinetic trauma, Thornton ran back into heavy incoming contact, scooped Norris up, and swam him out to the ocean for 2 hours. Thornton earned the Medal of Honor for saving another Medal of Honor recipient. That is an unauditable level of brotherhood. Number 17. Rudy Bosch. 45 years of continuous active duty. For decades, he was the literal, breathing standard by which all physical fitness in the Navy was measured. Number 16. Richard Demo Dick Marcinko. The unconventional founder of SEAL Team 6. He realized standard military bureaucracy was too slow to counter modern threats. He built DEVGRU by breaking every rule, handpicking the most highly adaptable operators available to do the dirty work. Next up, we are looking at the GWOT, Global War on Terror, generation. And trust me, wait until we get to number 12. I am going to explain how a guy whose primary skill was engaging targets transitioned into an Ivy League surgeon. It will completely rewrite how you view human potential. Stick around. Number 15. Marcus Luttrell. You know the Hollywood movie Lone Survivor. But forget the cinema. Luttrell's survival in the Hindu Kush Mountains, after his team was compromised, is an extreme case study in how the human biological chassis can refuse to tap out even when facing absolute systemic failure. Number 14, 13, and 12. Michael Murphy, Danny Dietz, and Matthew Axelson. We cannot mention Luttrell without honoring the rest of Operation Red Wings. When communications completely failed in the mountains, Lieutenant Murphy deliberately moved into heavy incoming contact to acquire a satellite signal, knowingly committing the ultimate act of valor to call for backup. Dietz and Axelson engaged until their biological systems simply could not physically function anymore. They remained completely locked in to the very end. Number 11. Johnny Kim. This is the ultimate return on investment for the U.S. military. He operated as a marksman and combat medic in Ramadi, earning a Silver Star. Then, he decided he wanted to fix the chassis instead of breaking it. He graduated from Harvard Medical School and became a NASA astronaut. He is a physiological and cognitive anomaly. Sliding over to the next tier, we are getting into the strategic minds. The guys who didn't just pull triggers, but orchestrated the entire battle space. But hold on, because we haven't even touched the true apex predators yet. In just a few minutes, I am going to break down the number 1 spot. The tactical data behind his deployments is going to blow your mind. Stay with me. Number 10 and 9. Jocko Willink and Leif Babin. Commanders of Task Unit Bruiser during the Battle of Ramadi. They engineered the tactical blueprint for integrating elite special operations forces with conventional army tanks and marine infantry in a dense urban environment. They proved that true elite performance requires the raw grit of the infantry combined with the surgical precision of special ops. They were always ready to get into the mix. Number 8. Chuck Farrer, a former DEVGRU operator who transitioned into a Hollywood screenwriter. He proves that the extroverted, highly creative personality has always existed within the ranks. He wrote the manual on how tactical reality translates to public perception. Number 7. Adam Brown, a man who overcame severe personal battles, lost an eye, and suffered severe hand injuries, yet still managed to pass the most demanding selection process on Earth to join DEVGRU. His file is absolute proof that physical perfection is secondary to psychological resilience. Number 6. Britt Slabinski. Command is a burden of impossible choices. Slabinski was awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions during the Battle of Roberts Ridge in 2002. He led a team back up a freezing, heavily fortified mountain to extract a fallen teammate. It is an intense case study in high-altitude warfare where technology completely fails. We've looked at the founders, the survivors, and the architects, but everything we just talked about is just the baseline. Now, we are opening the classified files on the top 5. The things these guys did to manipulate the modern battle space are heavily debated, highly controversial, and absolutely unmatched. Let's look at the absolute elite. Number 5. Rob O'Neill. The man who claims to have taken the final, decisive action during the 2011 compound raid. His service record is an undeniable ledger of hundreds of operational missions. However, his decision to go public shattered the foundational SEAL ethos of this silent professional, creating a massive fracture in the community. Number 4. Michael A. Mansour. During a massive kinetic engagement in Ramadi, a live ordnance landed right next to him. From a purely biological standpoint, his survival instinct should have told him to jump clear. Instead, he dropped onto the device, absorbing the full kinetic impact to shield the 2 SEALs next to him. That is an unauditable level of human commitment. Number 3. Admiral William McRaven. He was the commander of JSOC and the mastermind behind Operation Neptune Spear. He commanded an annual black budget of billions to ensure that stealth Black Hawk helicopters, global satellite surveillance, and Tier 1 operators were perfectly synchronized. Without the logistical empire McRaven managed, the trigger pullers are just well-armed tourists. Number 2. David Goggins. Tactically, Goggins is a physiological anomaly. He didn't just pass BUD/S. He graduated Army Ranger School and Air Force TACP training. He operates purely to callous his mind against adversity, weaponizing his own biological limitations to become the ultimate standard of mental endurance. Number 1. Chris Kyle. Operating during the Iraq War. Over 160 confirmed target neutralizations. But a spreadsheet does not capture the intense psychological warfare he waged in the streets of Ramadi. The opposition was so intimidated by his Overwatch capabilities that they named him the Devil of Ramadi. Engaging targets in a dense, multi-level urban environment requires an operator to calculate wind shear funneling between buildings, extreme heat mirages, and the rotation of the Earth for engagements extending past a mile. He was the ultimate guardian angel for the guys doing the dirty work on the ground. If you were forced to enter this pipeline, which of these 20 legends would you want as your squad leader? Are you choosing the raw endurance of Goggins, the architectural genius of Willink, or the precision Overwatch of Kyle? Let me know your tactical choice in the comments. Shout out to this comment. And if you're interested, you can sign up for my free newsletter. This uncompromising breakdown was explained by a German. I love writing, so I do it in my free time and put some surprises in there as well, because I really appreciate everyone who watches my videos. Subscribe to the WarSim, and I'll see you in the next one.